Jinger Duggar is sharing how she overcame her eating disorder with her mom, Michelle Duggar's support. The reality star opened up about her insecurities as a teenager and how they led to her skipping meals to lose weight. As a young girl, Duggar would constantly compare herself to her friends because she thought she was overweight. However, despite their complicated relationship, Michelle Duggar stepped in to help her daughter through this difficult time. On a recent episode of the Unplanned podcast with Matt and Abby Howard, Jinger Duggar revealed that her mother came up with a foolproof plan for monitoring her eating habits. Duggar shared that because her mother struggled with bulimia, she suggested that the two of them text each other about everything they would eat in a day. "We can eat healthy together," Michelle Duggar told her daughter. Jinger Duggar confessed that her mom's intervention was the best thing that happened to her. According to Duggar, sharing this journey with her mother helped her feel less lonely and gave her a healthy perspective on food. Soon enough, she realized that she wanted to give her body the nutrition it needed. With her mother's support and understanding, Jinger Duggar stopped thinking about her weight and focused on gaining her energy back. In a recent interview with Entertainment Tonight, Jinger Duggar also revealed that she and her husband are expecting a baby boy. Duggar and Voulo announced their third pregnancy in October 2024 and shared how excited they were to welcome the latest addition to their family of four, as reported by People. While speaking to Entertainment Tonight, Duggar, who shares her two daughters with Voulo, confessed that she was surprised to find out the gender of her third baby. The reality star shared that since her pregnancy felt the same as her previous ones, she was expecting to have a girl again. However, when she found out that she was having a boy, she almost fell off her chair. According to Duggar, having a boy felt like a foreign thing to both her and Voulo. She joked that her little boy might have a hard time fitting in with her two girls. As far as the name goes, Duggar is not planning on revealing it until the baby is born. According to Jinger Duggar, she doesn't exactly see eye to eye with her parents, but she still has nothing but love for them. When it comes to her brother, Jinger Duggar confirmed that she has not spoken to him since he has been in prison and has no plans to maintaining a relationship with him. "All I can do is just pray for his family, his victims," added Duggar. All episodes of Counting On and 19 Kids and Counting are available to stream on Discovery+. Jinger Duggar Voulo is slowly opening up about the downside of her upbringing. In her newest book, she revealed she never learned to swim because of the family's dress code. Jinger Duggar Voulo spends much of her time out and about in Los Angeles in jeans and sneakers. Her fashion choices today are markedly different from the Duggar family dress code she had to abide by as a child and young adult in Springdale, Arkansas. While most of the world saw the Duggar family's style of dress as a bit goofy and over the top, Jinger recently revealed that the clothes she wore as a child and as a young adult prevented her from learning to swim. In her recently released book, People Pleaser: Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations, Jinger revealed the ultra-modest swim dresses she and her sisters wore left he petrified of the water. The Duggar family's strict dress code was the focus of several episodes of the family's initial series, 19 Kids and Counting. How they dressed to swim was of particular interest. The Duggar boys were allowed to wear swim trunks and t-shirts or wetsuits to swim. The Duggar daughters, however, were forced into long swim dresses. The loose-fitting garments would impede even the most seasoned swimmer from taking a lap. The long dresses, with high necks and long leggings underneath, weren't just uncomfortable to swim in, insists Jinger. In her book People Pleaser, Jinger Duggar Voulo revealed that the family's strict dress code left her petrified of the water. The dress code prevented her from learning to swim because she felt like she was sinking. She pointed out that the physics of the swim dresses just didn't work. Jinger divulged that she only started to rectify the situation and learn how to swim when she changed her style of dress and accepted athletic wear into her life. She also had to learn to let go of her embarrassment to get started. She revealed a friend had been helping her learn to swim in the privacy of her backyard pool. There isn't an uncomfortable swim dress in sight though. The Duggar family's dress code was updated as they gained a following and more money. Once married, the Duggar daughters and several Duggar daughters-in-law ditched the dresses and skirts. They regularly opt for pants and even shorts now. But what exactly do they swim in these days? Most of the married Duggar daughters have dropped the Duggar family's swimming dress code in favor of more traditional, albeit still modest, swim attire. Joy Anna Forsyth shared photos of a girl's trip to the beach in 2022. She opted for swim shorts that ended above her knee and a tank-style top. Jessa Seawold has also shown off her swim attire on social media. She opts for board shorts and a sleeveless shirt for lounging in a pool. Jill Dillard even featured some modest but functional swimsuits on Instagram. While Jinger hasn't shown off a swimsuit collection to the public, she seems dedicated to having the right gear and apparel to complete a task. Surely, learning to swim, even as an adult, is a much easier task now that she's ditched the painfully billowy swim dresses. Her youngest siblings aren't as lucky. Last year, several Duggar family members documented the family's beach vacation. The married Duggar adults wore more mainstream clothes at the beach. Still, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's minor daughters were captured wading in the water in the garish swim dresses. Jill Duggar Dillard previously made headlines after appearing at the Duggar family's Christmas party at the Big House. It's been an annual tradition of the family to gather for the special day. Jinger also took the opportunity to make a gender reveal while she was with her family in Arkansas. But many Redditors were surprised when Jill appeared in her vlog, seemingly looking like she was pregnant. In April 2024, Jill announced that she suffered from a miscarriage. The married couple wrote, "It is with heavy hearts that we announce the stillbirth of our beautiful baby girl, Isla Marie Dillard," as they shared a photo of them holding their child, who was wrapped in a pink wool outfit. According to Jill, her sons were so excited that they were about to have a little sister. She and Derek were devastated when they learned that the baby had died in utero. The counting on alum continued. "We appreciate your prayers as we continue to grieve and heal from the loss of our little Isla Marie." Many fans have prayed and sympathized with Jill Duggar Dillard when she suffered from a miscarriage. However, the counting on alum caught the attention of many when she appeared seemingly pregnant during Jinger's gender reveal party. According to the poster, they noticed how Derek was holding his wife's tummy as if she was pregnant. Others agreed and believed Jill and Derek had been trying to have a child again. Several commenters also pointed out Jill's recent IG stories featuring a sonogram on her refrigerator in the background, though some think it could be Isla Marie or one of her sons. "I figured they would eventually try for another after losing Isla. She probably is and waiting to announce, possibly even waiting until baby has arrived. I'm not sure I would keep going if I were Jill. Physically, she has a hard time being a baby maker, and the stress doesn't seem like it would be worth it when they already have 3 healthy boys. You know she wants a girl." I thought I glimpsed some sonograms on her fridge recently. Aside from the speculations about her pregnancy, many counting on fans are also curious if Jill Duggar Dillard's relationship with her parents is getting better. This comes after James uploaded a photo of Jim Bob talking to Jill and Derek during their Christmas party. However, Derek clarified that it doesn't mean anything huge, adding that Jim Bob only talked with them briefly. He also said they were just trying to be as civil as possible, implying that their relationships hadn't improved. Voulo is back with a new interview following the release of her new book, People Pleaser: Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations. The 31-year-old mom has been open to many questions revolving around her memoir. She also made headlines after sharing her family's excitement about her upcoming 3rd child with Jeremy. But what caught the attention of many was when Jinger talked about how many children she thinks her siblings will have. Jinger recently returned to Unplanned podcast to talk about her new book. One of the things the Counting on Alum talked about was her difficult upbringing. According to Jinger, they were designed for the community and not for themselves. She added that they were afraid to look bad at other people because they knew how harsh they could be. Due to this, they try to be as perfect as they can to get accepted, and she believes it's one of the unhealthiest mindsets they had growing up. She confessed, coming to a point where all she cared about was herself. During the same podcast, Jinger Duggar Voulo opened up about her future kids. According to the Counting on Alum, they won't be having 19 children like her parents, Jim, Bob, and Michelle. However, she believes some of her siblings may follow their parents' path. She believes it's very possible for her siblings to achieve such a feat. Jinger mentioned that Jed and Katie had twins, leaving them with 4 kids in 3 years of marriage. She continued, their twins are going to be born before their oldest turns 3, so they're going to have 4 under the age of 2, so it's possible. Aside from her predictions for her siblings, Jinger Duggar Voulo also expressed her feelings about having a 4th child. According to the Counting on Alum, they're unsure if her 3rd child will be their last, adding that she was already so comfortable with her 2 daughters. She added, I was starting to really feel like we've hit a rhythm, and I wasn't wanting to, just jump into having a 3rd kid immediately, so that's why there's a 4-year age gap now. Jinger Duggar has got Duggar News followers buzzing again after hinting at the show's future. Yes, she is openly talking about the possible return of her family show and has a lot to say. The celeb recently dropped a massive hint regarding Counting On's future, leaving her audience in disbelief. But that's not all. Jinger further discussed the current dynamics of her life and noted how she wasn't closing any doors for the future. Is this true? What did she reveal? Will she consider coming back to the screen? Duggar News followers are eagerly waiting for Jinger's 3rd child. She announced her pregnancy in 2024 and recently did a gender reveal on social media. The celeb announced that she would soon welcome a baby boy and asked her audience to wait for the name of her kid. Amid all this, Jinger recently appeared in an interview and gave fans a tour of her baby boy's room. She noted that her daughters are really excited, and Felicity has been stoked these days. Jinger admitted that now she feels that the latter would end up becoming her son's 2nd mother, because she likes to get things done. The star kids behave like adults and tell people what to do. Hence, it appears that the dynamics are about to change, and Jinger is really excited. Duggar News followers are in love with Jinger and Jeremy's family, and they have been vouching for their return. Apparently, their show got cancelled after Josh's arrest, and there was no clue about their comeback. But it appears that Jinger hasn't really closed that door yet. During the same interview, she talked about her possible return. Jinger explained how she has always kept her daughter's privacy at the top by not revealing their faces on social media, but that doesn't mean that she wouldn't even consider returning to the screen. Jinger believes that if any such opportunity has been offered to her, she would surely think of opting for it. Moreover, she assured her audience that she wouldn't leave the online world anytime soon and would keep sharing her life. All of this came after Jinger had already talked about how important the show was for her family. She believes it was a blessing for them, as Jim didn't have to juggle multiple jobs after that. Moreover, the celeb admitted to facing identity crises after the show ended. Jinger explained how being part of her family franchise was all she knew and all she ever did. Hence, it was difficult for her to cope. This made it clear that Jinger wouldn't hesitate to hit the screen again if her family was offered a show. Fans would surely love Jinger and Jeremy's spin-off, which features their family life and their daughters and son.